Welcome to the Ascend Tournament Series. Welcome to the first Friday of ATS Season 5. I'm Sporty FC. You've come to the mainstream for Pinnacle Cup action here. And hopefully our first Pinnacle match of the season. Shawnee State University and Krusty Crew Gaming K9. So, what a fun match we have here. Shawnee State, full of some very recognizable players in Slayer, Taco Stash, and Royales. And on the K9 roster, Jalen, Val, Deck, Rexes, and Squidson as their coach. And KCG, we know them. They were here last season with KCG Chaos. Chaos are back, but K9 have now joined the season. And if you thought Chaos were good, I think many consider K9 even better. I know Jalen pretty well. He used to be on Next to New Esports, a super high-ranked player. So it'll be fun to see how they compete this season for Shawnee State. Again, some very recognizable names here. I recognize Taco Stash, and I recognize Royales. Both very, very recognizable players. Rocket League, so some very good competitors in this one as well. As again, I think we're gonna have some fun here. This also marks some history here. Shawnee State now become the first ever collegiate team to compete in ATS. As again, I'm excited to see them here. They're one of the high seeded teams as well. Some really fun action here as well. As again, a lot of you might know Taco Stash for being one of the top, a pretty solid six-man player. I think he's A rank, so I'll tell you how good he is. Beside is Royales, who himself was a professional player in South America. He is rank S in South America, so I mean, you should definitely know who Royales is if you've been around in Rocket League long enough. These are some pretty strong professionals here as well, so expect nothing but greatness here. As Royales himself, again, a player who, what team is he on right now? He's on Team Brave Soldiers Esports, so Davinsano, Leo, DKN, and Tander as coach. Pretty solid team, considering how good they are, who I'm sure has just competed in a couple South America events not too long ago. Yeah, where they got into, they've consistently made top 8 on that org. In a region as competitive as South America, that's a pretty good thing. That's pretty impressive. Here, Royales has been around for a while, though, so again, I recognize him pretty well, and of course, led by Slayer. That's the only player on this team I don't really know. Another really good six-man player, so they're all very, very good. And again, the reason why they are such a high-seeded roster, because everybody knows how good they are. Slayer is rank B in six-man. I don't know Slayer as well. I've never seen Slayer before. I know the other two pretty well from their LCS competitions. Glad to see how this goes here. So we're going to get our match started in just a minute or two here. This is an exciting one. Again, our Pinnacle Cup action starts with some history made by Shawnee State. So yeah, very interested. When I got to see that Shawnee State was competing, I was like, ooh, this is going to be exciting. Because this is a team full of very recognizable professionals and bubble professionals. So, again, we may have had the most, this might be the most accomplished player in Royales that's ever competed in ATS. I mean, again, competed at the top of South America. Still on a top 8 team, which is pretty impressive, to say the very least, for how long Royales has been around. Well, I'm excited for this. As hopefully we'll get things your way momentarily while we get this match sorted out. But again, I'm just excited to see this one as this might be the first one we've also had a South American player playing in ATS in, of course, Royales, who Brazil. Well, of course, where most South American players seem to be from is Brazil. So I'm excited to see this one for KCG K9. Again, a very solid roster. Do not doubt Jalen. I mean, I've seen Jalen before. The kind of guy you cannot doubt. He's so good. But of course, we'll have to see here. I mean, they got a tough match ahead of them here in KCG K9. They are not expected to win this series. Although, again, with Jalen back when he was on Next New, could win just about anything, even if he wasn't favored. Although on that org, he was on one of their better teams. But again, knowing Jalen, you can't really doubt this guy on what he can do. Absolutely capable of winning against just about anybody. So I'm excited to see how this will look here. On everybody that's in the lobby here. Jalen used to be next to you, was part of one. He's a B-rank player, by the way, if you're wondering. Like, we're getting there when it comes to ranks in the Pinnacle Cup. Like, in the Pinnacle Cup, you're going to hear me start referring to the 6-mans more than I will be to their actual rank. Because in comes Jalen, Val, and Deck. So we'll get this underway here as... Hello, Krusty. How you doing? Let's get this match going. It's a best of 5, by the way. I didn't even mention it's best of 5 Pinnacle Cup. All these players, I mean, you can already tell they're well above 1900 MMR. They're all very solid teams. Expect some greatness from these rosters. So let's get them into this one. Into this best of 5 here as we'll start on Manfield Night. Shawnee State University make history. The first collegiate team to compete in the Ascend Tournament Series. And they're here in the Pinnacle Cup to take on KCG K9. It was Chaos who competed for KCG last season. They're here again this season, but K9, a very accomplished roster with some very accomplished players. Expect greatness from a roster as good as they are. And let's get into this series. Enough dawdling. Let's get right into this one. Shawnee State on the blue, KCG K9 on the orange. And, well, expect some pretty fun stuff here tonight from players like Royales, who get himself very mechanical. I mean, everybody from South America is known to be mechanical. Either the top player he is. Shawnee State are going to need to play well, though, against a player like Jalen, who himself has proven he can compete against players better than him on rankings. He absolutely knows what he's capable of. Shawnee State will try to get things underway. Royales, a little fake play, gets around one, left in the midfield, but nobody there is Jalen. The dribble, flick past Slayer. Now Taco Stash to go. Deck can't find the shots as Shawnee State will. They run in the play on a long clear. Deck just gets in the way of the play, forces Shawnee State to really stretch themselves thin. So far, Shawnee State just waiting. They're trying to see if there's any openings given up here, but K9 have not shown them their hand just yet. As KCG stay on the play. Deck leaves it as Taco Stash won't be able to get the challenge, and 2 go there for Shawnee State. It will be Royales who recovers. Won't be next to it. Taco Stash is waiting as that ball cleared over his head. Player. Royales, a lot of room here. K9's gotta go early as Jalen gets that save. Shawnee State showing so far they do not want to take too many risks on this offensive side. They're waiting back. They're playing a lot more patiently. Well, the pace is definitely picked up here from both these teams. They both want to play fast. Shawnee State is not exactly willing to take too many risks in offense, while they still, I think, wait to see if there's anything that they can use to consistently take down K9. As Taco Stash will keep the play on the dribble, bumped out as Jalen will be there. And Val in that play doesn't need to go for the ball. Often it's a common mistake made by even players as high rank as in our Apex Cup, where they will. Oh, is that going to go in front of the net? That could have been a goal for Slayer. And it's a common mistake I see where players want to go for the ball in those challenges when they're the first one up, but realistically at this level you don't want to go for the ball, because if you miss the ball, or and even if you miss the player, that's a 2v1. And at this level they're scoring those kind of plays, so often you're going to see players on defense, especially with the first ones going, not really take the ball, but just to take out the player. Even if the ball gets past them, they have teammates behind. You don't really need to win the ball as long as you can just win the play for your team. KCG K9 doing a good job at really prioritizing the challenges that matter most. Taco Stash. Hip reset, stopped by Jalen. Slayer will be beat by Deck and K9. Chance to go the other way. Royales missed on this one. Slayer will be there, and State will keep control as cleared away. Jalen. Slayer. It's Deck to the side wall. Oh, Val a bit awkward there. He pushed him a bit too high, and K9 will have to go back, although Royales, Taco Stash, it's left in front of the goal. Deck will clear it. It's right in front of Slayer. Saved by Jalen. As K9 will get out of defense. First major chance of the game so far. That one was way in front of the nets, but not too threatening for K9 to handle. Jalen. Taco Stash, demoed on the challenge. Now goes Val. Royales on enough boost will get the save, and now it's Taco Stash to clear. And Royales to keep things going. Brazilian legend who himself has earned many accolades in his home region of South America. Won't get that challenge here, as now Jalen, bit of miscommunication there! And K9 will score first! It was left in front. Taco Stash and Slayer, I think both thought the other had that one. Taco Stash can see Slayer has that back corner open, and he thinks he's going to clear it to the back corner, take the dribble out. Slayer's expecting the exact opposite. He's expecting Taco Stash to go for a high clear off his own back wall. Nobody went, and K9 takes the first goal. And for Shawnee State, who themselves have been relatively defensive, relatively passive. We've been waiting a lot more, and now they really can't wait. There's a minute to go, and they've got to find a goal. As Jalen demoed away. Val to the corner. Taco Stash won't be able to read this one, and E9 with a lot of room. It's Val. Musty flick. Saves by Slayer. Follow up from deck goes high. Jalen will shoot. Save away. It is Taco Stash getting bumped out. KCG keep possession. Val. Gonna force out a play from Taco Stash, but it will only go as far out as Slayer. Deck. Alice will take the challenge here and get open in the backfield. Jalen will be back first to it, but Ayala's taking some demos here for Shawnee State, but nothing made just yet. KCG-K9, again, just know when to challenge. They seem to time these plays so perfectly. They know when they have to go, when they don't. For Shawnee State, they've got to put more pressure on this team, because simply put, KCG are not cracking. Taco Stash does find Royales. Jalen's got to be careful here. That's under one. Deck will be there. Slayer goes again. Off the side wall. Oh, a bit awkward here. It's in front of the net. Taco Stash will shoot. But it goes wide. He'll keep this play going. Royales, last chance of the game. As Shawnee State will see this ball cleared away. And a 1-goal scoreline will favor KCG-K9. Shawnee State had only 6 shots in that game. And simply put, they just didn't get close enough to the net. Shawnee State put us that, I mean, they like to play passively. They definitely like to sit back, and of course, they really want to serve up Royales, who himself, again, reminder, since he's playing from South America, he's on 120 ping here. The server is not exactly favorable for Royales, but to be fair, one of the benefits is South American players are usually quite used to playing in North America. A lot of them, especially at the really high rank level, play in North America. I'm sure Royales, being as high rank as he is, probably isn't too unused to this ping difference. But I gotta see more from Shawnee State. They just look like they are sitting back a little too far on all of these chances. I need to see them really be willing to take more risks, push up a little bit higher, maybe go for more pump plays if they're not going to chase the ball. See them be more willing to kind of break out of that, break out of their shell a little bit more, as they were just waiting a little too long against a K9 team that was happy to play one-on-one on defense. Shawnee State, I'm sure they're going to make some adjustments here as Alice. Oh, wow, that's a great touch. Taco Stash will keep the play going. And Slayer got bumped out here, and Shawnee State do still end up with this as that's in front of the net. It is Royales! And it's Shawnee State's first of the night. It was a little, you know, battle in the midfield there, and Val, who was going to push in as if he was going to challenge. That was the absolute worst time to do that. That ball pinched right over his head. Royales was going to come up first to it. And Shawnee State University, their first of the night. And they take the lead in game 2. A little bit of fortune on the 50-50, but considering how K9 wanted to challenge that play, it was just a little too high up here as Taco Stash goes just wide as Val. Musty flick. Good out by Slayer. Jalen off the corner. It's Deck. Taco Stash again. Shawnee State still going. Royales, that's a great fake play in front, but Shawnee State was ready. KCG-K9 were ready for it. Shawnee State gonna mix in a few more passes here. Again, as soon as they've gone that offense, they just immediately left. KCG-K9, I mean, they're realizing this Shawnee State team not exactly one to pile on shots. What they need to do is survive that first effort, and in theory, they can get away with this. As KCG, though, need goals, and although they had 8 shots last game, more than Shawnee State did, they only had 1 goal. The offense itself was also somewhat of an issue here, as I think for both these teams, playing a very defensively oriented structure. We're just not going to see a lot of goals this year, I don't think, and because it's come down to the few goals that you do have to really do count, as so far the only goal this game from the Brazilian legend in Royales is off the corner. Foul. Kept out by Royales as it's cleared up the field. Gotta be a bit more careful here, as that's a great touch from Royales. Just gets it away as K9 now have both pushed. It's wide open, and Slayer will take it. As K9 had 2 players jump at the exact same play. That's an awkward position to be in, and it's not a great sign as well. As Jalen looking for an answer. The dunk play will not go in, but a strong start, that's for certain, but they'll need more from that. As Deck, Jalen, challenged by Slayer as Royales will pinch this one. It's in! Oh my goodness! K9 never saw it coming. Some creativity here. They never saw Royales. And that is a pinch right in front of the goal. What a weird way to score, but that will definitely Shawnee say to themselves again, struggled to score in game 1. Now finding multiple in game 2. As Royales again stopped by Val. Deck to the back wall. It's Slayer who's with it. Slayer watches that challenge from Val, goes to the side wall, and Taco Stash will follow it up. It's left in the midfield for Jalen, but that touch is wide. I don't know if Jalen was going for a shot there, but I mean, it felt like that's what he was going to go for, and he just missed his second flip. I don't know what that was. There's now another opening in the backfield here, and K9 a bit slow to get back. Taco Stash trying to get through Val, cleared away. Slayer will keep it to the side, although he does have to use all his boosts just to get there. Here goes Royales. Musty flick. Still Royales. On the floor is Royales, but it's cleared away by Deck. Royales, who's been an absolute mechanical beast this series so far, continuing to show us the skill of his region as Jalen will score on the counterattack. As Val, a great fake, gets on a Taco Stash, and Slayer, who creeps up a bit high there, maybe was expecting a flip reset on the net. Watches that pass goes right beside him, and you can't challenge in that position very easily. As here goes Slayer, in front of the net, trying to split the defense, and he does just that. A 4-1 scoreline now. That will definitely make things even more difficult for K9. They just got a goal. As it will be Taco Stash. As Taco Stash again. Jalen, double commit for K9 there. Jalen lost the handle on that play because he got ran into. Shawnee State just... that play is K9. I mean, it felt like in game 1, maybe, Shawnee State was learning. Definitely is. It's a whole different view of Shawnee State. A lot more effective. A lot more willing to score. Royales himself has still got a lot of room to work with and play with. And Slayer has been a strong striker up front. But I think Slayer has 3 goals this game, so incredibly impressive from Slayer. And K9, who themselves, again, want to play a more defensively minded game, it feels like. Or at least are playing a more defensive mind. Maybe don't want to play this way. Definitely playing that more defensive way. Realizing that, I mean, against this kind of Shawnee State team with the star-studded roster they have, it's going to be very tough to keep them out. As this game is well and over here. It's definitely done, but it's a tied series now. Shawnee State has done well enough to even the scoreline. Again, it felt like game 1 maybe was just their learning curve. Well, they definitely have learned about K9 here. They were using that mechanical ability that all these players have. I mean, when you have players like Taco Stash and Royales, pretty tough to compete with that team mechanically. And you gotta feel bad for K9 here. Jalen doing the best he can to really keep up with this roster, but it is so tough when Shawnee State's just know what they're doing. And I mean, it looks like they're doing what they know what they do. They're just doing mechanical things when the mechanical way. And Slayer himself has been a great leader. 3 goals, 2 assists. Considering he's the lowest ranked player on this team on Shawnee State by 6-man's rank, he has been quite effective. He has not missed a shot this game. A hat trick itself, and really allowing his team to just continue what they're doing. As we go to game 3, match point on the line here, and K9, after how badly last game went, now it's about being able to find that active defense. Definitely got to shut down mechanical plays earlier from Shawnee State, because clearly they're not going to stop doing that. I mean, this is what this team... I mean, these are the kind of players that this team have. But to shut down that kind of mechanical style, especially with players like Royales or Taco Stash. Because the thing about Slayer is a lot of his goals, he sets up a lot of his plays, but he also got set up a lot by his teammates. I would not be surprised if you can shut down Royales and Taco Stash, you shut down Slayer with it. That's a great save from Deck. Royales almost got right up and over him there. Shawnee State trying to take the lead now as a team pinch for K9. Val still up with it. Taco Stash will clear it away. Shawnee State. Great job on not letting that play stay on the defensive half for too long. Really, both these teams have done pretty well in that aspect, although for K9 last game, plays did also end up in the back of the net. As that's a double commit here. Another awkward rotation for K9 as the speed of Shawnee State still just as fast as it was when this series started. Except their offense now a whole lot better at finding the net. Deck will clear. Off the sidewall, Royales. Chased down by Jalen and Val as Val got a bit of a chip there. Player. Deck. First two of that is straight back to Royales though. And here he goes to the back wall. It is almost in. He almost got that dunk. Here goes a shot for Slayer. That finds the net. That was Royales who got things started with this incredible dunk off the back wall. And then it's Slayer who finds one of his own as Deck could not clear to the back corner like he wanted to. There's that mechanical play from Shawnee State. Once they get a play going from players like Royales, Slayer just knows when to come into the play and finish things off as here goes Taco Stash. That's off the bar and in. And a second for Shawnee State University. As K9 didn't have boost off the kickoff. And it came back to bite them there. Another tough start for the Crested Crew Gaming side as Jalen's gonna get this clear. Dunks away. Taco Stash to the sidewall. Here he goes again. It is Val. Oh dear, that almost went in off of Deck there. And K9 another double commit. Again, that speed of Shawnee State really is throwing them in for a loop right now. And again, credit to Jalen for keeping his team together at times, but K9 have just not done well with the space. None of these players have really adapted well to this pace. Even in game 1, they at points did look outpaced, although, again, that was against an offense from Shawnee State that clearly wasn't on their A game, as they are here right now. As a whiff from Val will be for Deck. Royales, Deck. Flip reset. Taco Stash will be there. As Jalen. Taco Stash. Deck. Jalen. Chance to go. That's going to be kept out as it goes off the front post. And Deck's still with this. Jalen's not going to get there. Val, who he has no boost, just got enough on it. As an attempted shot almost made it 3-0 for Shawnee State. The university out of the state of Ohio as that's gone off the back post. Jalen's going to stay with this one. And he'll keep things going as Taco Stash. He'll see it away. Val. Here clears. It's Jalen again. Val is, although he doesn't get a good touch here, Taco Stash has got to help him out. Since B9 ever were really thinking about Charles in the first place. Royales has been so consistent this game. That really was a weird mistake, as now he's going to get a double tap. What a save from Royales. I mean, we've seen him go for plays like that this game, although not really double taps. Much more like air dribble flip reset kind of plays like this, but that is a huge block. You think for K9, I mean, that was a great chance. That's usually a goal against most teams in this division. But clearly, Royales knows exactly what they're doing because he got right in the way of it. K9 will need to try anew here as Jalen. This is in front of the net. Royales almost got bumped. It's another save for Royales. What can the Brazilian not do here? as he'll go around the corner. In for the net. Got by 2, but not around Jalen. As Taco Stash will win the play. Shawnee State staying aggressive as Jalen again on the dribble. Royale is bumped out. Deck is going in front. This demo on 1. It is an open goal for Royales. And a 3-0 lead. Clearly, Shawnee State know what they're doing here. And after the slow start they had in Game 1, they have not stopped scoring. As Slayer resets and kept out by Deck as Royales will wait on this. Sidewall, Jalen. Stash will... Ooh, that's right back to Deck. It's in front of the goal, but E9 will have to wait a little bit longer here as they have not scored since the I think halfway point of Game 2. They have not scored since Game 2 so far in this series, and they only scored once that game. Only scored once the game before. They will score here in Game 3, so K9 have not been shut out yet in any of these games, unfortunately for them. This goal, I think, comes a bit too late for them, as an open net for Jalen, as Slayer was kind of caught just aimlessly running around the back corner. While Shawnee State do give up a goal late in this game, it does not make a difference to this team's mentality. Another game where they just allow Royales to do his thing, and Royales, well, he hasn't had too many misplays, and Slayer still isn't missing here. He's got 2 goals this game on 2 shots. I don't know if... I mean, Slayer has not missed yet in the last 2 games. He's had 5 shots in the last 2 games and 5 goals, so Slayer isn't missing from where he is. And you know, you got players like Royales who are pulling out these KG-K9 players in the groups of 2. Shawnee State proving that this team's ability is one that everybody's got to be careful about. Game 3 will be theirs, now 1 away from winning this series. And I'm excited to see how things look here, but for K9, I do wonder if they have any chance of coming back into this thing. Because, I mean, last game was ugly. This one wasn't much better, though. But we go to Game 4. And Shawnee State University win the series here. So far, though, for Shawnee State, it's been a great job of pulling out these K9 defenders. Jalen, up in the air. Trying to find that bump. Taco Stash does well to waste out that time, forcing Jalen to use all his boost. I don't know if he knew Jalen didn't have boost. He probably had a good idea of how much boost Jalen had, but he played that perfectly. Jalen wanted him to jump early. Stash never gave it to him as here goes Slayer. Deck. Slayer always missed that touch, but he'll head into the midfield as Taco Stash goes again. Royale's last one back. And here goes Slayer. Off the back wall. Deck. Royales. Oh my goodness, he's gonna find a chance there as everybody on K9's just waiting. They are petrified in net. They know what he's been doing so far this series. Royales has been terrorizing that net with his mechanical abilities. And K9, it always feels like they have to send at least 2 players on him here, as that's going to be a chance for Taco Stash right in front of the goal. Jalen's jumping. No one is really able to challenge this. K9 is panicked in front, but no shot ever came. And Jalen, I don't know if that was calm, but he got the ball out. And K9 will reset. Taco Stash stays on the play, will force his way through Deck. Now in goes Jalen. Player not missed in the last 2 games. As here goes Val. Royales. Taco Stash. Flip reset. Off the back wall. Royales! Saved by Deck. Here goes Slayer. He'll wait on this one. Now he goes in front. The play for Taco Stash. It is gonna stay wide. He still takes his time. And K9 can't get there. I mean, everybody got fooled there. I was fooled. I totally thought Taco Stash was gonna go for that first shot. And obviously, K9 had the same idea too. They were not ready for that dribble. A fake play, really catching K9 on the back end. And Shawnee State once again score first. As Jalen clears this one back, Taco Stash demoed out. Now in goes Val. Royales. Flick. Up for Taco Stash, but Deck will cut it away. KCG-K9 still on the defensive here. Shawnee State have not let them get out of this orange half of the field yet. Maybe they do now as Val will let Jalen take over. KCG-K9 to win these plays, and there's that one. Deck will take it. Now goes Slayer. The ground pinch straight to Val, but he's been bumped. Here goes Royales. Jalen waiting. Royales flip reset. It is on target, but Val will be there. As Slayer goes again. Deck doesn't have this one. It's in front. Demo on one. Taco Stash to go. 2-0. Shawnee State double their lead. And it's like a well-oiled machine here. Slayer does his job. Royales does his. Taco Stash does his. And Shawnee State, that was extremely efficient. And K9, blink and you'll miss it. They did not have enough time to recover there, or even realize what was happening before that ball went in the back of the net. Shawnee State still not done. They're looking for at least one more. Here goes Royales. Reset again. Fix it. Jalen will save. Taco Stash unable to get in there in time, as here goes Slayer. Taco Stash to go for KCG. As Royales, the back wall, Val's there, and it's straight to Taco Stash. Royales can't shoot it. Shawnee State so close to that third goal that almost only put this one out of reach for KCG. Both these teams looking for their first one of the season. Shawnee State gonna do theirs, as that's a bump in front. Val, Slayer off the back wall. It is Jalen again. KCG desperate for any offense, any good news, but so far they have seen nothing on the blue half of the field. It's been all on the orange side, and Shawnee State slowly but surely pulling them apart as Royales takes a third goal for Shawnee State in Game 4, and I think this goal might do it. I don't see K9 coming. I could see them coming back from a 2-goal deficit. I don't think I could see them coming back from 3, even with a minute to go. Shawnee State, and this has been probably their best game so far. It's not been their highest scoring, but it feels like their best game. They have given K9 nothing to work with on the offensive side of the field. And I mean nothing. K9, I don't even know if they've had any shots this game. If they have, they might as well not be shots. It's been that bad for them. Shawnee State proving they're just a better team overall. As here goes Jalen. A chance to go. Double tap will stay wide. Shawnee State's will keep it out as Royales on the dribble. Still Royales. That's Deck to clear it back. And there's waiting. Deck will play on top of this one is Jalen. Against the score, it's Taco Stash and Royales both cutting in cross. It's KCG just looking for something. Val. Everybody up. It's Deck. Slayer doesn't have this one. What a touch from Royales to keep it out, and he'll just clear it away. K9 sent everybody upfield. They'll get back in time, but it won't make a difference as Slayer off the sidewall. It is Val again. K9 have scored every game so far at least, but this game looked like it's going to be the first where it is really a shutout for them here. As Shawnee State University will take the series 3-1. One of the highest skilled sides in ATS Pinnacle Cup this season. And a strong start here against the KC-K9 roster, who themselves really just could not get a hold of this matchup. After that Game 1 win, Shawnee State turned up the pressure, and from there on out, there was no chance of KCG taking them down. Well, a strong performance for Shawnee State, a 3-1 scoreline. And again, our first ever collegiate side in SN Tournament Series, off to a very successful start. As, again, what a performance. 3-1. Get the season off to a good start. Our first ever Pinnacle Cup match, and Shawnee State prove that they're going to be a top contender. I mean, with the way that they're playing, I expect this team to likely make a pretty deep run, even into playoffs. The way that they're playing. I mean, they are that talented. as we'll get them to join us here for a short little interview. It sounds like Slayer wants to join us. We'll get Slayer in to join. A little post-match. As later tonight, we will have the Crazy Cats and Solace Path Hugs and Kisses in the Phoenix Cup. That'll be a good series. As that's not correct. Oh boy, that's not it. We're not seeing Shawnee State versus Mishmash. There we go. As we'll hopefully get Slayer to join us. As again, that will be a fun match. Another best of 5. Week 1 still ongoing here in the Sun Tournament Series, but yeah, this Pinnacle Cup this season, there's a lot more teams, a lot more high-level competition. It's going to be scary. I know Knight's still here. They're still a high-seeded team, but I wouldn't be surprised if, they're going to have a lot more competition this season to defend that title that they had from last season here. Again, we'll wait. Slayer should be joining us any minute here. Again, our next match will not be here for little bits, but should be exciting. As there we are. Welcome in, Slayer. Let me make sure I'm going to move you to a more secure voice chat. As let me get Slayer to join us here. There we go. Here we go. Welcome in, Slayer. So, Shawnee State makes history as the first collegiate team to join the Sun Tournament Series. And when I start, I think people were expecting you guys to be pretty strong, but you really did not give KCD-K9 a chance. Week 1 goes well. How are you guys feeling?
It's good. I mean, we're just trying to play some Rocket League, get some reps in. I mean, that was our first ever series with our lineup with our new import Royale. So it was nice to get some games under our belt and just kind of like get used to just playing in an actual game environment where it's not just scrims or anything. So it was good, and they were a pretty solid team. So it was good to start it off with that.
Yeah, and you mentioned Royales as well. I mean, everybody knows. I think everybody in the stream, if they don't know who Royales is, I think they are falling asleep on South America and how good it is.
Mhm.
Royales definitely defending his region very well here and in this NA-based league. So talk to me about Royales, about the scariness that Royales is, because simply put, Royales was tearing up the competition there. I mean, I saw so many plays where, I mean, you got so many goals. You were MVP in so many games, but so many times it was kind of easy for you because Royales just cleared the way. Talk to me about what it's like to have Royales and to have Taco Stash kind of set up these plays and about kind of how this team chemistry worked, because you guys worked really well in those last couple games, and a lot of it came down to just using those mechanics and really outplaying KCG on the defensive side.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, well, me and Talk have been a duo for this is gonna be our 4th year coming up now. So we've already we kind of know where we're at and how we want to play the game. So bringing in a player with the caliber that Royals has, he's just really really talented, and he can pretty much do most things. I think this series he didn't do anything too crazy. He still played very, very good. But I think there's definitely a lot more that he will show throughout this league and just in the future. He's just a talented, very on ball present player. So if he's feeling good and he can kind of open up space like you said, it just makes my job that much easier to try and create plays and whatnot. So it's just a good environment, and I think if we just keep rolling and getting better with chemistry and synergy, we'll be really, really solid.
Of course, and you guys do pretty well here. I mean, your first win of the season. There's a lot of teams here that I know are looking to take you guys on specifically because they know. Because, I mean, with the caliber players you have, everybody knows who Royales is. Everybody knows who Taco Stash is. I'm sure most people here know who you are as well. I feel like I'm the only person who didn't know who you were before the series began. Which I feel bad because I'm decently involved in collegiate stuff. But I mean, I'm assuming all these players know who you guys are. And everybody wants to take you guys on, even though you're new to this league. Talk to me about what it's like. Everybody kind of has all their eyes on you. Not only are you making history against the first collegiate team in ATS as well, but you're here with so many really talented players who have, I mean, been very successful in Rocket League. Do you like it that everybody has their eyes on you, kind of is looking at you guys as that team that is likely to be a front runner here and that everybody else wants to beat?
I mean, yeah, it's cool. I mean, at the end of the day, we're just here to play the game and just try to win. That it's just as simple as that. So it's nice to, like I said, have a good teammates coming in with me and Taco. To round out the solid team that we are, and actually, be a solid contender to win championships and collegiate scene and as well as here. So overall, I mean, it makes sense. I wouldn't put it past teams to kind of look at us and try to look at us as being the team to beat. So it's a cool feeling, but at the end of the day, all that matters is just the matchup we have in front of us and trying to just reach our potential and play the best that we can, which I think we're definitely on the path to do that.
Of course, and I know that I've asked a lot of teams like this before when they're new in these leagues like this, but I'd like to be a front runner. Is there one team here that scares you?
So far from our schedule, okay, I think like that was probably the scariest team in my opinion, at least one of them. Obviously, I'm sure there's the champions that are in the other groups, so like that'll be good. But we won't play them until playoffs if we play them. So overall, like right now, like it's solid competition. But I feel like that was probably one of the stronger teams that we'll play in the regular season. So it was good to start off with that and come out with the 3-1 after we had a little bit of a slow start there. And it's good. Like we're confident. Like we definitely believe we should make at least a top two and push for winning this whole thing.
I definitely love to hear that one as well. So thank you so much for joining, Slayer. And again, congratulations to your win. This was an amazing match. I got to see some history here. I've been running this league for so long, and it's always fun to get to see some really, really talented players show up. So you guys definitely are contenders for the championship by the end of the season. But for now, congrats on your win, Slayer. Before you leave, do you have any shoutouts, any final words?
Yeah, of course. I mean, thank you for having the broadcast and casting it and everything and putting this whole thing on. Obviously, shout out to my family who's watching it. They're really excited to watch us with the new third, and then obviously anyone else that supports us. I think my girlfriend was watching, so shout out to her. And yeah, thank you.
Of course, thank you so much for joining, Slayer. Go join the rest of your team and whatever you guys are doing. I'm sure your night's still very young, so with all that you
Yep.
guys seem to do, I would assume so, considering how good you guys are. So for now, congrats on your win. Congrats on taking on KCGK9, and have an amazing rest of the night. And I'm sure we'll see you again very soon on the mainstream. On a future date. Take care.
Yep. Take care.
Slayer there and Shawnee State. I think many of them expect them to be a top tier team. That proves, and he said it. He's not too worried about a lot of the other competition here. So I love that from Slayer, and I love this from Shawnee State. They're a team, when I saw them sign up, I knew they were going to be a front runner, so they're going to be fun to watch throughout the rest of the season. But tonight is not done just yet. We may have a Pinnacle Cup, but we're going to have more action as well here. As I'm going to make sure we get our next match up. It's going to be Crazy Cats and Solace Path Hugs and Kisses from the Phoenix Cup. So we're going to go down to our Phoenix Cup division again here. We get to see more from the Phoenix Cup, so again, exciting to see that. But that'll be our next series, so we're going to go to a break. It's going to be a decently long one, but when we're back, we will have our series. Crazy Cats, Soul's Path, Hugs and Kisses. We'll see you guys very soon. Welcome back to the Ascend Tournament Series mainstream, everyone. Hopefully you're all doing well. I'm Spotty FC. And we're back now. We've got some Phoenix Cup action, as I forgot to change my stream title. That's bad. What? It will be, as soon as I get up, it'll be Crazy Cats versus, man, I cannot spell, Solace Path, Hugs and Kisses for the Phoenix Cup. So we're back with the Phoenix Cup. We saw a little bit of the Phoenix Cup earlier in this week. I think we had a match earlier, didn't we? We haven't had Phoenix Cup yet, actually. This is our first time. We had Catalyst. That was what we had earlier. Again, so this is things put out here. Again, the Crazy Cats team that just competed in our Excellence Division made a decent run there. As again, we'll hopefully get them in the lobby. Just a moment here. But again, I'm excited for this. This is going to be a good match. I'm looking forward to it. With how good some of these players are in this here as well. So again, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to this. These are some good teams. Again, this is a good match. I'm excited. Here we go. Here's our lineups, by the way, what they look like. And Crazy Cats just played in our Excellence Division in the Paradise Cup 3. Didn't make a bad run there. I think they made top 4. I think they made it to top 4. Almost certain it was a top 4 finish. So a pretty good run considering how good they were, only losing to the eventual champs in Phantom Gaming. So very good team. Of course, you know the Crazy Cats. They want more. They were here last season as well. And I'm looking forward to this though. Solid players. Good players, some good competition, and again, with it being week 1, a lot of people start here and Crazy Cats taking on Solace Path. This is the Hugs and Kisses roster. This Hugs and Kisses roster, remnants of the, what would they go by? Ultra Ego from last season, the Catalyst Cup, a team that didn't do badly. I think they did. Ultra Ego. How well did they do last season? Yeah, they were 5th in their group, just missing on the top 16. Again, a decent roster from last season. And as we're gonna have plays Aqua, as well as Joystick on that side. And I'm excited for this. This is a good matchup. As momentarily for this series, because again, this would be a very, very good matchup. So again, we'll get this thing hopefully sorted out in just a moment or two while we wait on both these teams. There we go. Yeah, again, it's gonna be Akko, Joystick, and Blaze. Should be a again, I'm looking forward to this. This is a pretty solid matchup. Again, I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we'll get this match underway in just a moment. Seems like we are having some issues here. With one of these teams. They should be. Unless they are all here, which they might be. They are not. We're gonna wait on this. We still have another team coming in. This matchup, our last match of the evening. If you weren't here earlier, you got to see Shawnee State University with a 1 win over KCGK9. That was a good matchup. Just have to wait now on... I think one of these teams still in a scrimmage probably, and they're probably just practicing. As soon as they're here, we'll get this thing going. But again, this should be a fun match. I'm excited. I'm looking forward to all this. This is going to be some good action. Yeah, so for now, we'll just have to wait a little bit. As soon as everybody's in the lobby, we'll get this thing going. Crazy Cat's still a pretty solid top-tier team. Probably one of the higher seeds in this grouping, I believe. Again, I'm looking forward to this. As everybody in the lobby in just a moment. Seems like again we're having some slight issues. As there we go, everybody's in. So it will be for this path. It will be solid roster from them. I mean, again, I think they're a good team. The KP I know is in this lobby. Where is he? Is KP in this lobby? KP should be in this lobby. Yeah, KP's in this lobby. So is Blade Exotic. And so is Discman. AA, what's Discman go by? Hearn, that's what he goes by. Hearn, so. Match underway. I know these players are. Get this series underway here as. Let's get this match underway. I know KP is ready, and I think I am, and I know everybody here is. This is a best of 5 in the Phoenix Cup. These players are on that GC2, GC3 rank level. Pretty good, pretty solid. As again, a little bit of names to know. This isn't fun, that's KP. And Discman, by the way, goes by Hearn, apparently. So that's the names you're gonna get from me here as Crazy Cats in the blue with Blaze, Akko, and Joystick. Joystick was their sub for last season, obviously, not their sub anymore for this season. Is here as Crazy Cats off to an amazing start. That's some strong passing. And the Crazy Cats, I mean, is a team that has a good amount of team chemistry. They're one of a few teams this season that don't have an organization that they represent, but they're definitely a recognizable team. They've been here last season. They made a decent run last season as well into that top 16. So of the Phoenix Cup last season. So they're a team that's very much seasoned. They know what they're doing here. I mean, if their last performance in the Excellence Division says anything about this team, they're going to be just fine in the Phoenix Cup. Hearn trying to get things going. Blaze unable to beat Blade Exotic because AP will push up again. Was the captain of the Ultra Ego roster that competed here last season. Endless Division team that, well, decently high rank, just couldn't get it done when it mattered most. They could not win a lot of matches, and in a relatively tough division, they could not get to playoffs. So that's an open net for Blaze. This is number 2 for the Crazy Cats. And this is not a good start for Solace Path, because, I mean, look at this bump play. He gets right in the face of Hearn there, and forces him out. There was nobody else back behind him. Crazy Cats doing really well. Let that aggression really speak for them, and this is a team that likes those demos, likes those bumps, expect to see a lot of it from Crazy Cats. They're a team that will go for those planet plays. They're not an easy team to counter because they have a lot of things that they can do. Oh, and again, especially how good they are this season. Been virtually unchanged since last season. They'll be interesting to watch. And I mean, they even have a coach I know that's watching them here in Timmy, their coach that they added literally today. I know that they've had him around for a while apparently, but coach that is now on their roster. So, with a coach up behind them, these 3 players again competing together, or more rather with Blaze and Joystick competing together. Akko wasn't here last season, but Crazy Cats themselves having very little changing. Very scary roster. Look out for here as Joystick will win the play. Akko, again that new player for Crazy Cats, will put one on. Save away by Hearn. Plus Path will be unable to get that ball out of their half. Another demo here from Blaze on Hearn. Now Blade Exotic removed. It's Joystick. He's missed the net. Another bump on Hearn. Solace Path watching his Crazy Cats players run right into them, and here goes Hearn. He's going to go for a little retaliation there on Blaze as Joystick wins the play. Akko will find Blaze. That's a great pass. The shot's not very good, though. It will be cleared away as Joystick's got to be careful. Here goes Hearn to shoot. Save away. Blade Exotic now will Send this one wide, and another demo. Akko takes out KP. Crazy Cats move up to offenses. KP cleared up field. Everybody's pushed up. Nobody will get to that. Crazy Cats have a third. Off the back wall, it was KP who got a bit of a heavy first touch, and Joystick never hesitated to go. He never stopped. Just great amount of car control recognition. And the Crazy Cats proving that team chemistry really does make differences in a matchup like this. Paco. AP trying to find this first goal of the game for his team, but Blaze will see it out, and now off the back wall, Hearn's out of position, and Akko will take the fourth of the game for Crazy Cats. They're starting the Ascent Tournament Series, and Season 5 has so far been a pretty good one. As offense for Solace Path, trying to find something that will work for them here. As Akko will clear it away. Get Exotic. Off the back wall will be Blaze. As Crazy Cats. Here will still clear this one out. That's a great touch from Akko. He'll go upfield. That's another touch. Oh my, Akko! Never stop moving! Never stop going! Akko just kept on! And Blade Exotic, I mean, he was not expecting this early of a challenge from Akko. Usually those are so tough to read. I can't speak. They're so tough to read, those bounces. But Akko, he knew exactly where that was going. That is some incredible consistency. As Joystick. Blaze. Blade Exotic will get by a couple here. It's a double tap! Oh man, Blade Exotic! He'll get his first of the game, and the first of the game for Solace Path. And, a nice little scorer there. 16 left in game number 1. Blaze. Joystick. Chip. Joystick still going. Little play to the back corner. Oh, it's gone in! Hearn got the last piece of that one. Unfortunately, it's in his own net. And the Crazy Cats continue their rampage. Crazy Cats still pushing. I mean, I think they want to go 7-1 here. I think they want a Brazil. We'll see if they can get it. They have enough time to do so. As this Hearn save away by Joystick. Akko's waiting, and for the Crazy Cats, I mean, one of the reasons why this team looks so good. Not only is there a bit of a rank differential, that the Crazy Cats are definitely the higher ranked team of the two. Again, that chemistry really helps them here. This Solace Path team, I don't know if they're super new. I don't think they are, but it's a new division for them at the very least. And they're definitely feeling every bit of it here. I don't think they're super new. Again, considering that I think they're part of they used to be the Ultra Ego roster from last season. Unfortunately, Crazy Cats have proven why they're such a scary team in this division. Why they were pretty scary last season. And while many expect them to be even scarier this season. Again, that is a Game 1 performance they'll be more than happy with. Moving to Game 2 shortly here, but again, Crazy Cats, a solid team. Again, I gotta check. Is this the Ultra Ego roster from last season? It might be on Solace. See. Yeah, I mean they have. Okay, the only person that's also returned on that Ultra Ego roster is Hearn or Discman. Last season was the season for the Crazy Cats. They have had very few changes. They made a run, I believe, into the top 15, but I don't think they did. They? Ooh, they may not have actually. They may have actually not even made it to top 10. Oh, they did. Oh boy, I am in the wrong spot. Here we go. Game 2 here of this best of 5 as Crazy Cats gonna keep up that pressure, although they gotta be a bit careful here. That's off the back wall. And it will be cleared out as here goes Joystick off the front post, and we'll clear it out. Joystick again. Blaze. Get that one and flip it over Blade Exotic, but Akko's there. Blaze. High touch. Joystick is waiting for it as Blade Exotic challenges Hearn. It's that demo on 1. Will keep the play going here. That's going to go across the goal. Crazy Cats will still see this one out as that's not a great touch there from KP. Got right past Blade Exotic. Crazy Cats nearly pounced on that one. It was right there for it. Couldn't get enough on that one, and Cats will have to race back. Zako, a demo behind him. Keep on moving. Past Blade Exotic. Blaze. He'll choose to wait instead. Now gets the clear past 1. Joystick. Back wall. AP will go the other way, and Solace Path only 1 goal last game. A game that started out badly and didn't get much better from there on out. A team that was overran by the Crazy Cats, and hasn't been much this game so far. A better start for SP is first touch here. Will keep the dribble. Now trying to pop it over, but Hearn challenges, and Crazy Cats will get this one away. Akko get back in by Hearn. Joystick won't have it when he's cut out. Blaze as well. Still he keeps the play going. Blade Exotic. Akko. Hearn doesn't have this one. It's in front of the net. Blaze. Ooh, he doesn't get a good touch on that. A little bit awkward as well. As Blaze will challenge Blade Exotic. As again, what a match this is so far. As that will at least be continuous as and what a so far the Crazy Cats trying to keep that offense going as will be Hearn. Blaze will clear it out. And so far, no goals still, but with Game 2 being as it is, a lot of offense for both these sides, a lot of offense for all these teams. As Akko clears, Hearn. Joystick. As a sin! Oh, KP's got it! How did KP end up with this one? As Solace Path, 1 goal. will be Crazy Cats still. Akko off the ceiling. It is Joystick to win the play. Crazy Cats have not scored yet in game 2. I do apologize. Seems like I was having some technical issues on my side there. That's probably why you heard me go quiet a couple times. And some slight tech issues. Keep things underway here. And there we go. Crazy Cats will still keep trying as hopefully the tech issues will... Again, I apologize everybody about all these tech issues on my side. I know you don't see it. I have a little bit of issues, so... We'll end game 2 though, 1-0 scoreline. As, again, I'm having some slight issues. Hopefully this will be sorted out. I didn't even get a map change in. As, Alright, there we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Everything will be sorted here as well. As here we go. We're going to game 3. Sorry about that. I haven't even gotten to change the map, but... We're tied Series 1-1. I do apologize, and I'm going to talk to you all what happened here. So I had some slight tech issues, but actually also had an admin issue as well. I'm not going to mention anything more, but... all I'm going to say is we had an admin issue with another series. I hate having to take myself away from the series. I apologize to both these teams. Because I know they're here to get streams, to have some fun. And I had another series happening at the same time where we had some issues with another player, so... It's unfortunate, it happens. Fortunately, I think it's all resolved. And hopefully that will sort things out. That should sort things out. As... Please. We'll find Akko, Crazy Cats trying to get themselves back in offense. They didn't score at all in game 2. I do remember that. Solace again only won by, I think, what was it, 1 goal in game 2. So, in game 3 now, trying to turn things around here in this best of 5. And Crazy Cats will... for some more offense here. Blaze. The offense continues. The first goal goes to Solace path is gonna make things a little bit interesting here. And Crazy Cats, well, they haven't scored yet since game 1. As here goes Joystick. Taco clears. Hearn back in. Blade Exotic. Blaze. Now cleared away by KP. And here we go. The offense will continue here as KP, Blade Exotic, Joystick, Blaze, and it's going to be cleared away again. Off the back wall, the play will keep on going. Here goes KP as Blade Exotic. Blaze will clear it away. Here we go, we'll keep things going. And Crazy Cats will keep the challenge on the play. Still no goals yet in a little while. Offense will continue as Solace Path have really been able to turn this series around since that Game 1 loss. You know, things look here as the action continues. A clear down the field, Akko will tie this series. Is that the Goat Blade Exotic? You better believe it's the Goat Blade Exotic. He's been here a couple times, so I always love to see him. As we'll keep things underway. Play continues. Blade Exotic gets by Akko. AP. Solace Path trying to take a 1-goal lead. And Solace Path hugs and kisses, keeps the offense going. Here goes Blade Exotic. He's going to keep this play going. And for Solace Path, at least, you know, having these leads, got to be a pretty good feel for the confidence of this team after how bad Game 1 was. They just couldn't seem to get their foothold. Will be cleared back. Joystick. And that will be cleared away as Blade Exotic. Here we go, the play continues. KP, Joystick. Blade Exotic will jump into the play as up the ceiling. Blaze is gonna be there to challenge. Crazy Cats keep the offense going. Still a lot of pressure in front. As in front there will be Hearn. Blade Exotic will be in front. As here we go, offense still. Joystick's gonna go for this as to the side wall. Will be for Akko and almost the lead. Crazy Cats. But watch as that play goes wide of the net. Says, thank you for the raid, champ. How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well, champ. Thanks for joining in to the ATS main stream. I know you had an exciting stream. As Joystick stopped in front. Here goes Blaze. It's in. It is in the back of the net. And the Crazy Cats a 2-1 lead in the series. What a huge lead this is as well. And the 2-1 series advantage. Crazy Cats. That was impressive. An overtime win. They've definitely looked like a solid team on paper, but I mean, this is a very close series. It got close, really. I mean, they had to work for it, that's for certain. They worked quite well. See this play continue as we go into Game 4. I know I didn't exactly change the maps again. I apologize to all of you watching for this, but everything is sorted out as we're going to go into Game 4 here. Crazy Cats can win this series. Here we go, Game 4. Action continues. And the Crazy Cats. A 2-1 series advantage. As they'll score first as well. And so far, a strong look here as... Again, I'm excited to see how things continue as Crazy Cats 8 seconds into this game. Keep that offense underway as it will be Solace Path who now need to answer, now need to take this game by the horns and really take over as Akko. Ern's not going to get to that one as it will now be for KP. Off the back wall, Blade Exotic. To the corner. As Joystick. Blaze. In front of the net. Blaze again. He's going to force it in. A second goal. Well, the Crazy Cats have given themselves opportunities. And that is a strong start here as well. As Joystick. As Blaze off to the back wall. Will be flipped away as here goes Blade Exotic. Blaze. Cleared off the back wall. It's going to be Akko as well. As Crazy Cats. 2-0. Joystick challenged. AP stopped by Blaze as this is going to be a chance for Hearn. Joystick. Blade Exotic. Akko will leap that one up in the air, but it is Crazy Cats who will need to keep the play moving. Cleared back. Crazy Cats will stay under that pressure, but they're handling it well, that's for certain. This is a team that can handle that offense quite well. KP clears it back. Now it's Joystick. Crazy Cats. I like this rotation, although they are not in the air very much. That's almost pinched in. That's off the bar. Blade Exotic will drive it in. Pinch off the crossbar, and Blade Exotic will finish it off. Well, Solace Path, they've had some moments of brilliance in this series. And all they need is a few more of those, and who knows, this series could go all the way to Game 5. Blaze on the challenge. Hearn, it is off the post and into the back of the net. Well, we've seen a lot so far as Crazy Cats bumped out the way. That 2-goal lead now all but gone. And with the game as even as this is, Crazy Cats He'll try to keep that pressure going as Akko. Blade Exotic, Blaze to keep it out. And I just noticed well that we got Blade and Blaze in the same match. That's gonna make things more complicated here as KP's gonna get that one, but it will be cleared away. Crazy Cat's still on this one as it's a great touch from Joystick. Back past to Akko. Just keeping possession of Crazy Cats. No, they need a goal, and I really don't want to give Solace Path any chances. Infield. KP clears it out. Joystick popped up high. Hearn's there. Blade Exotic will take it though, as Blaze jumps in a bit slow. Solace Path will have control. As Joystick still choosing on waiting, as that's gonna be pinched out. As here goes Blaze again. Hearn. Akko, it is KP, and a little follow-up play as well. As Solace Path will stay on the play here. Joystick. Still Joystick. Blade Exotic. Akko. Crazy Cats stay on the play as that's a great second touch. Crazy Cats just need one more really in this game. They definitely have the majority of the pressure. They have the majority of the control. They're winning more of these challenges. They just aren't able to get into that final third really and really strike, which is something that they did so well early in this series. Something that has definitely progressively gotten tougher for them as Solace Path continue to really spread them out. As off the ceiling is Akko. Joystick can't shoot here, but it will bounce in front. It's Joystick still. No shot on. And cleared all the way back. Akko. Joystick. Long clear will be Blade Exotic. Blaze. Hearn. Challenged by Joystick. Akko to jump for it as that's going to bounce off the corner. Here goes Blaze! And here goes the lead! Crazy Cat snap right back to it! "34 seconds. 34 seconds for the Crazy Cats to hold this lead, maybe even build on it. Solace Path need chances. They almost got it there. Blade Exotic hits the crossbar. Akko. Oh, it's a bad touch for Hearn. It's gone all the way back to his own half. As Blade Exotic can't go. Akko forces him out. Now in goes Joystick. That's in front of the net. Hearn to clear. Solace Path, everybody's up in the air. Blade Exotic to the back wall. KP can't get it. Hearn's been beat. KP keeps it alive. Hearn. Still Hearn. It's in the midfield. Blade Exotic can't get there. And the Crazy Cats win the series. 3-1. Crazy Cats, get it done. And a 3-1 scoreline. So far, but wow, what a performance. Crazy Cats continuing to the way that they want to. And again, they got the job done. It was close, definitely close, and I think they wanted it to be, but for a team like the Crazy Cats, I'm sure they'll be more than happy just to take a win here and get themselves into a perfectly acceptable spot. And I can actually, again, Crazy Cats, who last season made it in the top 16, couldn't make it much further than that, though. Lost out one match before the final bracket. Not for sure, but sometimes that is how these things go, as 3-1 victory. Crazy Cats. Solid performance. Crazy Cats will win this one. Their week 1 performance will be in their favor. And I apologize for all those tech issues we had in the middle of the series. And the admin stuff I had to do. It all came up out of nowhere. I apologize, everybody. I really do. But this was a good night. We had 2 3-1 matchups. 2 very close series. I liked it. A lot of people out there liked it as well. As we'll get a raid out. Who's live. Thank you all so much for joining 10 tournament series for tonight's action. Take care. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you guys again very soon with more ATS action. For now, have a good night. Sleep well.